It's more fun in my head. It's more fun to learn.
Kay hiwaga ng pag-ibig na dulot mo, kasalanan ko'y nilimat ng totoo. Sa kabila ng ginawa mo, ako'y mahal na mahal mo. May hihigit pa ba sa pag-ibig mo?
What a beautiful song! Do you have any idea about the song that I performed a while back? It is a Kundiman song composed by August Espino entitled Kundiman ng Langit. And that will be our lesson for today. It will be all about Filipino composers. Are you guys ready? Welcome to the new episode of Music Grade 10. I am your teacher, Teacher Sherwin. Are you ready to explore the beautiful and enchanted music of our country? I am excited to share to you, my dear students. Let's go! I am very sure that you are excited to learn our beautiful music today. But before that, we will have a recall about our lesson last episode of Music Grade 10. I am going to sing 4 different popular music and I want you to guess the title of the songs. Are you ready? Here is song number 1. Lunes nang tayo'y magkakilala, Martes nang tayo'y muling nagkita. What is the title of the song? You are correct. Isang Linggong Pag-ibig by Imelda Papin. And for our next song, Tala, 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 ang ningning ng mga talay na kikita ko sa iyong mga mata. What is the title of the song? You are correct. Tala by Sarah Geronimo. And for our third song, Pasensya ka na sa mga katang isip kong ito, maring nalalanang. What is the title of the song? You are correct. Katang Isip by Ben and Ben. And for our final song, puno ang langit ng bituin at kay lamig pa ng hangin. Sa iyong tingin ako'y nababaliw, giliw. And the title of the song is, you are right, Harana. You are excellent, my dear students. I think you are now ready to explore the new world of music. And for this grading period, it will be all about contemporary Filipino music. And for this grading period, it will be divided into 3 lessons. First, we have traditional composers, followed by new music composers, and last, of course, song composers. So first, we will have traditional composers. With Spain and then America having colonized the Philippines from the early 1500s to the late 1800s, it was inevitable that Western compositional techniques found their way into the works of Filipino composers. Yet, even 20th century, Filipino composers have managed to retain some traditional elements in their assimilation of Western techniques. In fact, they have become the strongest foundation of what we know now about Philippine music. Our first featured artist in the traditional composers is none other than Francisco Santiago. He is known as the father of Kundiman. He belongs to the triumvirate of Filipino composers. He finished his music specialization at the American Conservatory of Music in Chicago, where he obtained his doctorate degree in 1924. Santiago's music was romantic in his style, incorporating Western forms and techniques with folk materials. He composed several works such as kundiman, symphonies, piano, concertos, and other music pieces for piano, violin, and voice. Among his famous works are the following. We have Pakiusap, Madaling Araw, Sakali Man, Pilipinas Kong Mahal, Hibik ng Pilipinas, Ano Kaya ang Kapalaran, Anak Dalita, and many more. He was also a musical director for films. Among the films whose music is supervised are Kundiman, Leron Leron Sinta, Madaling Araw, Manilenia, and the movie inspired by his own composition, Pakiusap, Pilipinas Kong Mahal, and many more. He became the first Filipino director of the UP Conservatory of Music. Here is an example of Pilipinas Kong Mahal by Francisco Santiago.
Ang bayan ko'y tanging ikaw, Pilipinas kong mahal, ang puso ko at buhay man sa iyo'y ibibigay, tungkulin ko'y gagampanan, na lagi kang paglingkuran, ang laya mo'y babantayan, Pilipinas kong hirap.
Up next is Nicanor Abelardo. He is one of the triumvirate of Filipino composers, which includes Antonio Molina and Francisco Santiago. He studied music at the Chicago Music College and was influenced by the musical styles of Schoenberg, Hindemith, and Stravinsky. Abelardo developed a style that combined European Romanticism with Chromaticism. His compositions contain hazy notes, dissonance, and unusual chordal combinations found in such work as Cinderella Overture, Panoramas, and a violin sonata. His best-known compositions include the following: Mutya ng Pasig, Nasaan Ka Irog, Cavatina for Violoncello, Magbalik Ka Hirang, and many more. Here is an example of one of the compositions of Nicanor Abelardo, Nasaan Ka Irog.
Nasaan ka irog? Nasaan ka irog at dagling na parang ang iyong pag-ibig? Di ba gasumpan mo ako'y mamahalin? Iyong itatangi, iyong itatangi, maghahanggang libing, subalit nasaan kayo magtingin?
Amazing, right? Our next artist is none other than Antonio Molina. He is the first national artist in music and considered as one of the triumvirate of Filipino composers. He began his music career as an orchestral soloist at the Manila Grand Opera House. He served as Dean of the Centro Escolar University Conservatory of Music from 1948 to 1970. He was also a faculty member of the University of the Philippines Conservatory, now College of Music. Molina was a product of both the Romantic and Impressionist schools of thought. He was fascinated by the dynamics and harmonies of Debussy but retained much of the Romantic style in his melody. A characteristically impressionist work in his piano work such as Malik Mata is the mysteriously exotic chords of this piece gradually led to a lyrically melody with the traditional harmonies abruptly returning to the initial mood. Molina wrote several compositions for piano, violin, voice, as well as a Spanish-style opera form known as the zarzuela. He is best known for his poignantly romantic serenade for violin and piano, Hating Gabi. Subsequent transcription of this piece were written for the cello, flute, piano, and guitar. Other works by Molina includes orchestral music, Misa Antoniana Grand Festival Mass, Ang Batinggaw, Kundiman Kundangan. In chamber music, we have String Quartet, Kung sa Iyong Gunita, Pandanggohan, and for vocal music, we have Amihan, Awit ni Maria Clara, and Larawan nitong Pilipinas. Here is an example of one of the compositions of Antonio Molina. We are done with several artists. This time, we will have Lucio San Pedro. Maybe you're not aware that the song that you hear is actually from Lucio San Pedro. Let's explore Lucio San Pedro. He was born on February 11, 1913 in Angono, Rizal. Since his elementary days, he started composing. He studied the banjo, which inspired him to become a serious musician. He later pursued his music degree at University of the Philippines and the Juilliard School in New Jersey, USA. He became a professor of theory and composition at the University of the Philippines College of Music. San Pedro is known as the Romantic Nationalist. He incorporated Philippine folk elements in his compositions with Western forms and harmony. His chords have a rich expressive tonality as represented in his well-loved Sa Ugoy ng Duyan, a lullaby melody sung by his mother. He composed Sa Ugoy ng Duyan together with his friend Levi Celerio as the lyricist. He was declared National Artist for Music in 1991 and passed away on March 31, 2002. His compositions also include popular Christmas songs in our country like Simbang Gabi. Here is an example of one of the compositions of Lucio San Pedro. We have Sa Ugoy ng Duyan.
Sana'y di magmali ang dati kong araw nang munti pang bata sa piling ni nanay. Nais kong maulit ang awit ni inang mahal, awit ng pag-ibig habang ako'y nasa tuya. Sana'y di magmaliw ang dati kong araw nang munti pang bata sa piling ni nanay. Nais kong maulit ang awit ni inang mahal, awit ng pag-ibig habang ako'y nasa tuya. Sa aking pagtulog na labis ang himbing, ang bantay ko'y tala, ang tanod ko'y bituin. Sa piling ni nanay, langit ay buhay. Puso ko'y may dusa, sabik sa ugoy ng duya.
And for our fifth and final artist in this category, we have none other than Maestro Ryan Cayabyab. He is probably the most popular composer in this episode. Are you ready to learn the life and works of Ryan Cayabyab? Here we go! Ryan Cayabyab, also known as Mr. C, is a popular contemporary composer who also has classical compositions to his credit such as Misa, Four Poems, and Soprano and Piano, and Te Deum. His compositional style makes much use of syncopation, extended chords, and chromatic harmony. Among his numerous compositions are the award-winning Kay Ganda ng Ating Musika, as well as the modern zarzuela Alikabok. The opera is Poliarium with libretto by Fides Cuyugan Asensio, and a variety of choral pieces and song cycles is also one of his masterpieces. He also produced a number of recordings, including the memorable one, where he personally sang the unaccompanied songs on different tracks to produce 16 voices. He was born on May 4, 1954 in Manila. He obtained his Bachelor of Music degree at the University of the Philippines College of Music, after which he became a faculty member for composition at the same university. He also served as the executive and artistic director of the San Miguel Foundation for the Performing Arts, which oversaw the operations and programming of the San Miguel Philharmonic Orchestra and the San Miguel Master Chorale. At present, he continues to be a much more sought-after professor, musical director, composer, arranger, and conductor in the Philippine concert and recording scenes. He was named as National Artist in Music last 2018. Here is an example of one of the performances of Maestro Ryan Cayabyab itself. Of Maestro Ryan Cayabyab himself. That concludes our lesson for today. I hope that you learned a lot about the life and wonderful works of our composers for this episode. We have the traditional composers. Watch out for our next episode. We have the new music and song composers. Have a great day. Again, I am your teacher Sherwin. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. By the way, special thanks to Mr. JRV Kubangbang for providing us our background music for today. And of course to Mr. Ryan Kevya for sending his picture and of course his beautiful music.